Today, since I'm on England's south coast, I'm going to eat fish and chips. But I'm not going to the fish and chips place by car or by bus. No, I'm going to get there on this. I'm currently in very windy Southsea in Portsmouth, in the very south of Great Britain. Here I find the Hovertravel terminal, from where every half an hour one of the world's only hovercraft service leaves for Ryde on the Isle of Wight. Isle of Wight is where I find my fish and chips place. I'm a bit early for my 2 o'clock departure, a chance to watch the earlier turnaround. The ride to Isle of Wight only takes 10 minutes, so this one will be back shortly to pick me up for my turn. There's a simple waiting lounge in the Hovertravel terminal, and it seems I'm lucky, as too much wind and waves may actually hold the service with the hovercraft. My ride has arrived, and what an arrival it is! A few minutes later, we were asked to board the vessel. This hovercraft, one of 2 Griffon 12,000 TD in Hovertravel's fleet, is boarded through these 2 front doors. My first step on board a hovercraft ever. How exciting! The cabin is in a 2-4-2 seat configuration and there is no seat assignment. Luckily, there are only very few passengers, so I got my desired window seat. A safety video is shown on the 2 screens, and shortly after, the 2 MAN diesel engines, providing a total of 2158 horsepower, are ignited. With the engine start, also the air cushion is created, lifting us off the ground. And off we go, across the Solent towards Ryde on the Isle of Wight. Each seat has this safety information sticking on the backrest. The ride across the strait is fairly bumpy, but at a quite high frequency and not this slow up and down where some people would get sick. It's more like a shaking than wavy. I read that a total of 88 people can be carried on this hovercraft, including the crew. The ride should only take 10 minutes, and it does depend quite a bit on the weather and sea condition. To me it felt like the ride took much longer, but it may just have been a perception. By the way, have you already seen my other water vehicle videos? Almost like out of nowhere, the pier and hoverport of Ryde has appeared, and we made landfall on the Isle of Wight. We stopped next to the sister Hovercraft, which doesn't seem to be active today. Welcome to the Isle of Wight. Now let's find my fish and chips place. In Ryde you also can find this pier, on which you even have a train connection. How interesting! And while I'm on this nice viewpoint, let's quickly get a bird's eye view of how a hovercraft departure looks like. So cool. But now, finally, let's go to the fish and chips place. Most likely not the most healthy food, but certainly tasty, and a must-do for me when visiting the UK. What a long pier this is, quite impressive. The moment I stepped onto this pedestrian bridge / viewpoint, I saw the hovercraft arriving again. It's not going to be my ride, but the next turnaround will be mine. This is the Isle of Wight Hovertravel terminal, where I better go now to check in for my ride back to Southsea. This time the ride was a bit fuller, but still far from fully occupied. I feel the sea has become even rougher in the meanwhile, so let's see how that is going to be. So far so good, and in worst case I have already located the emergency exit. It is definitely quite bumpy, and tons of spray water is splashing onto the window. I can barely see anything outside. And suddenly we made landfall again. Welcome back to Southsea. This was it, my fish and chips experience, which nicely coincided with one of the world's only hovercraft service. I hope you liked this video so much that you even leave a thumbs up for me. And if you subscribe to my channel, I will get a pop-up on my phone, which would make my day. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.